Well, I guess kind of jump right into it, I guess, this week. Not much to chit chat about. I got nothing. School and work's all I do, so, well,
Yeah, just work, dude. It's
yeah,
all there ever is.
such is life. Well, welcome back to the Boys Chat. Colby and Tanner with you again. Get you guys back into the virtual ones. We had the stuff come up this week, so we're doing it virtual. So, hope you enjoy this one. On this one, we're going to do some rankings. This kind of been going over social media a lot on TikTok where they kind of blind react, I guess, and rank things. Like there's going to be a category, and then I'll give you one item at a time, and you have to put it either in the first position, second position, third, fourth, or fifth. And then there's only five per each, and I'll kind of keep track of it, and we'll kind of see how this goes, I guess.
All right.
Let's jump right into it. And the first category is cars. So just kind of a broad category. It's not really like specific brands, but it's just actual physical cars.
Okay. I'm not a
Okay.
car guy, so this is
Well,
gonna be tough.
that's kind of why I did this one at first, just kind of see what you do. But so the first one is Honda Civic.
Oh, five.
Five. Okay.
Five.
That's probably a good choice looking at this, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
see how this goes. So your second option is Volkswagen Beetle.
Mm. I'm gonna put that at three, just to be safe.
Just put that safe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we got Aston Martin DB5, which is James Bond's car.
See that's a two or one. That's a two or one because that's a that's an iconic car.
That's a very iconic car.
I'm gonna put it at two because I think there might be one more that I like better.
Okay,
So I'm gonna put that at two.
put that at two. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
your next option is a Corvette.
Mm.
You got one or four. That's
I gotta put it at four. I gotta put it at four because
four.
I'm praying that you give me a good one for my last one.
Okay, you ready?
Uh huh.
Your number one pick is the Ford Model T.
I'll take it. It's the first one. I'll take it.
There you go. I was kind of curious how this one would go because I'm like, I'm not sure how big of a car guy you are. Like, I know you know of cars and stuff, but
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like that's a good ranking. Like,
Yeah.
I was worried that you're gonna put like Honda Civic at like three, and that would
No,
really screw you
I'm
up.
not gonna
But
do that. I'm not gonna do that. I know. Like, if I see a car driving down the road, I'm like, that's a nice car. I know the nice ones, but like Ferrari versus Lamborghini versus McLaren, like or a Bugatti, like
yeah,
they're all kind of. I don't know which one's better. I think it's really personal taste, but I don't know.
yeah. I mean, with cars, there really are personal tastes. Like, there's no
Mm,
right or wrong answer. I mean, if you buy a Lamborghini, you're basically buying a Volkswagen. So basically, what you're buying because Lamborghini is owned by Volkswagen.
right.
So, but anyways, we'll go down to our next category, which is sports. So just not teams, but just broad sports.
Okay. Okay.
So the first one I'm going to hit you out with is football.
I'll put football at three.
Three. Okay.
I think that's a solid. It's a solid place for football.
That, that's probably a good middle ground. This one,
Hmm.
I'm almost positive where you're going to put this next one. Baseball.
You cut out. One second.
Baseball.
Baseball. Five.
Base
I
five.
don't care for it.
I figured that's
I I like if you like baseball, like if someone out there is listening, you like baseball, by all means, go for it. If it's your thing, that's great. It's not mine. I personally hate it. I think it's boring, especially to watch. There's not a lot of excitement. Now going to a professional game is a little more exciting just because of the people. But after like 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm good to leave. It was cool to see the stadium, but it's not my cup of tea.
that's just un-American, man. Like, come
I don't
on.
care. I don't care. I don't care.
All right. Your third option is hockey.
Two. Hockey's got to go two.
Okay. This one might throw you for a loop. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Cricket.
Crap. Cricket? Dude, I've got to put it at four because I just don't know what it is, but it looks more exciting than baseball.
That's true. I mean, in some aspects. I don't think I've ever watched a full like cricket match.
I
I've seen
don't
like
understand it
clips.
at all. I don't
Oh,
understand how it works. I know it's in Narnia and they break a window and that's where they find Narnia, but
yeah. Well, and I think in like the fourth grade they tried to teach us to play cricket, and like this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Granted, I was like 9, 10, however
really? They
old you
taught
are.
you in school?
Yeah, in PE.
Huh. Never
And that
did
was
that.
when that was in St. George too. That wasn't even in Vegas. That was in St. George.
Huh. No, we just weren't allowed to call dodgeball dodgeball. We had to call it get out of the way of the ball.
Serious? Why?
Kids
Somebody get
got
hit?
hurt.
Some no.
Yeah, a lot of kids were getting hurt because some of us got a little more aggressive, and so they kind of canned it a little bit.
Hmm.
Oh well.
It happens, I guess. But well, and that leaves our last portion of this, lacrosse, which is number one,
Obviously, number one.
obviously.
Uh huh.
I kind of figured that one would end up at number one, regardless of where I put it, like
Good.
in the
I'm
list. I
I'm
tried,
glad I'm glad you included it.
yeah. I was like, if I don't include it, like, it's not gonna go over well with anybody if I don't include that one. But
Yeah.
like I some of these first few, I'm trying to give you a softball on it, make it easy for you, so you don't
Okay.
completely get tricked. I don't know how I can make it super tricky. The one category I think is really gonna get you, but
Okay.
anyways, to stick with the lacrosse route here
Bring it on.
is PLL teams. For those that don't
Oh.
know, this is professional lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
The Premier Lacrosse League is what PLL
Yep.
is. So there's only what 7 teams, right?
Eight. I think there's eight
8.
now.
Yeah. There's only a few teams. There's under 10. I
Mm-hmm.
know that, but I here's a list of 5. So the first pick you have is archers.
Mm. I like the Archers, not as much as some of the other teams. I'll put it three.
Okay.
Yeah, three is a good spot for them.
Uh, and I'm no expert in professional lacrosse. I hardly watch it. I hardly
Mm-hmm.
watch any sports anymore, but
The
I feel like
All Star weekend is at the time of this recording. They're doing the skills competition today, I believe, and then tomorrow they're doing the All Star game.
oh, I had no idea. So
Yeah.
there's tidbit information for them. So all
Hmm.
right, your second choice, and if Matt were here, I know where he'd put this one, is Atlas.
They're not my favorite. I'm gonna put
Kind of,
four because there's one team. I'm not sure if it's on your list, but there's one team that I'm thinking of that goes below them for me.
mm-hmm,
But number four for sure.
4. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I'm pretty sure Matt's a big Atlas fan. See, Atlas or Redwood? I can never remember.
I think he's got a Redwoods jersey,
See, and I
but
thought he
I
had an
also think he's
Atlas
got an
too.
Atlas jersey. I can't remember which one it is
It,
because I want to say he has both.
yeah. He can correct
But
us if we're wrong, so
yeah,
we'll just keep going here. So your third option is canyons. Or canyons. Cannons,
cannons,
sorry. Cannons.
cannons. Shoot, I'll put cannons at two.
2.
Put cannons at two. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Your fourth one is redwoods.
Mm, man, I've got to go five in hopes that you've got my favorite team in here. But I got to go
Okay.
five. I got to go
And
five.
honestly, I couldn't remember what your favorite team was, so
Oh no.
we're gonna see how this goes. So your final option is water dogs.
Water Dogs can go number one. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take Water
Yeah,
Dogs at one. I'll take Water Dogs at one. My personal favorite's the Whip Snakes.
that's what I thought it was,
It
but
could be a little bit of a bandwagon because they dominated the first couple seasons,
yeah.
and Logan was a big fan, and I didn't follow it the PLO when it first started because I was like, yeah, I don't watch too many sports, but he
Hmm.
was hopping on the the bandwagon of the Whip Snakes, but then I watched a couple of their games and I'm like, never mind. Like these guys are great. One, because they would win, but then two, because the execution of the game, their flow, their off ball movement, their passing skills were just so awesome that it was like you can't not root for them. They're amazing. But then they've kind of been sucking it up this season. Let me tell you, 1-4. Ugh, that's their win loss ratio.
That
Sucks, dude.
sucks. I mean,
Hmm.
the one thing with professionals that I wish they would at least institute in college, 2 point line. If they had a 2 point line in college, that would make it so much
Dude,
better.
that'd be crazy.
You would have so many more outside shots instead of just the inside game. Like it'd
Trying
be
to, yeah.
so much better.
And it's, oh man, there was this play a couple weeks ago. His name's Zed Williams. Um, and he's on the Whip Snakes, and he was probably 5 yards away from the 2 point line on the inside,
Hmm.
and they pass him though, and he literally catches it and just right away behind the back scores.
Oh,
And he's what 20 yards out, just
yeah,
zings it in there. And then there was another one like the next day because they do just over the weekend. Same
right.
thing, dude was about same spot, different like location on the field, but just as far away from the goal. Same thing, catches it. A couple seconds later, zings it behind the back and scores. I'm like, what is going on? Would they just get so much better after the World Championship, like the
Apparently, I
World
mean,
Championship Series? But
they got all their practice in, I guess.
oh, that's so beautiful, such a beautiful shot, though. All right,
All
we
right,
could
let's.
have a whole episode on lacrosse.
Oh, we so could, especially with if you got all four of us together.
Mm,
I think we'd go way over with
yeah.
that. But anyways, to stay the sports route on this next category in this next round, unconventional sports. So not like your football or your basketball, just kind of
Okay.
some off-key ones. So
Okay.
for your first one, kind of help you out with this is frisbee golf, frolf.
Frisbee golf. 3. I like frisbee golf. I enjoy playing frisbee golf.
Okay, it's probably not a bad spot, but we'll see how
Mhm.
this shakes out. Second one, handball.
Oh, 2. It's
Two.
so cool. It's so cool.
It's so much fun to watch like older people play like handball because they get
Mhm.
like so into it, but like they're not moving a lot or putting a lot of effort into it, but it just
Right.
happens and plays out that way.
Right.
Third one, polo. Not water polo, but like straight
Just normal
horseback polo.
polo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it at 5. I've never
five.
really watched it, and I'm pretty sure it's just like an English British thing, and I screw them.
Yeah,
But 5.
USA baby.
He,
Fourth one, spike ball.
so safe bet number 1. I think I'll
Number
take
one.
number 1
Okay.
on that. Yeah.
Okay. And then your final one is pickleball.
Mm,
So we
darn.
ended that one up at four.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Shoot.
not a bad
Pickleball's
list.
so fun. Pickleball's so fun.
That's a lot of fun. I don't know like how big it is other places, but like here in especially
It
southern Utah,
is
it's a huge thing.
huge.
And it doesn't
All the
matter how
old.
old you are.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. It's not as like a oh it's an old person sport anymore. Like they've got
Like
professional
handball.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like Jamie Foxx owns a team and he's got his own brand of accessories, paddles,
Hmm.
apparel. Dude Perfect just bought a team.
Yeah. I figured they would do
There's
something
a
like
few
that.
other people that just bought like a pickleball team. Some NBA players, I think. I think
No, I'm sure.
own part of one or own one, but it's way fun. It's medium tennis
Yeah.
because you
I
got
think it's ten
tennis,
times.
then you got table tennis,
Yeah.
and then you got medium tennis.
Yeah. Which I feel like tennis is at like the bottom of those three. Like
Oh, for sure.
pickleball, table tennis, and then tennis. I
It goes
tennis
back and
is
forth
yeah. I
on the
mean
top
tennis
ones.
is cool to watch, but I feel like it's kind of hard to play, like especially if you're playing singles. Like it's
hmm
super hard. Whereas pickleball, you can play singles and like be fine.
It's a little bit smaller. You can't hit the ball as fast. That and I don't
Right.
understand how tennis scoring works because like table tennis, ping pong, and pickleball, it's all you score one at a time, and then tennis, it's like 15, 30, 40, love, and it's like
Yeah, because you go,
1, 2, or 3, bro.
yeah, you go 15, 30, love. I could get this completely wrong, but like if you tie, then you're deuce, and then if somebody gets
Uh,
a point above that, then it's advantage, and then you have
right,
to win by two
right, which is how the
from
other
at
two
least,
are.
yeah. But it's just weird how their scoring works
Yeah, I don't get
because
it.
it's by 15s or whatever.
It's
So
weird, just like football. You know,
yeah,
you get
like white
6 points for a touchdown, and then an extra point's 1, and then a field goal's 3, and a safety's like 2. Or
like I
I
totally
don't get it.
understand having those all worth different points, but
Right,
like why can't we not make it so much simpler? But I mean,
Mhm.
there's a hard way to do it. We find the hard way to do it, I guess.
Right.
So
Like the extra point is 1, a field goal is 2, a touchdown is 3 because it's the hardest to get, or something like
yeah,
that. Why 6?
yeah. I don't know the history of football, so I don't have the answer to that at all.
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean, at least basketball makes some more sense. Like you
Twos and
get
threes and three
twos,
point.
twos and threes and
Mhm.
singles. Like that makes. I
Right.
honestly think that with basketball, you need to make free throws worth more because they're so much harder to make. I feel like.
Technically, they should be easier because you like you can sit there, set up, you're fairly close, and then you're not like no one's like
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the way. You're not trying to
I
fight
guess.
through anyone to get a point.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. Like
Mhm.
I don't make the rules. I have no say in it, so it doesn't
Right.
matter, I
A
guess.
layup's probably the easiest,
Yeah, probably.
assuming no one's like behind you. But
Right. Anyways, let's keep going with these. Next category I have for you is music genres.
music genres, okay.
So the first one you have is hip hop, rap, R&B, whatever you want to call it.
Um, shoot. I'm trying to think of ones that are. Trying to think of music genres that I like better than that. I'm gonna put 3 because
Three.
there's some good, but there's a lot of crap. So
Right. I mean, everybody has their favorites and whatever, but your
right.
second option is rock. So like Rolling
Ooh,
Stones, AC/DC,
2.
that route.
I'm gonna go 2.
Okay. And then kind of a spin off of that is heavy metal. So like Metallica, Black Sabbath.
Again, there's some good songs. I'm gonna put 5 though because it's not my favorite. It's not my go-to. But I'll do a couple headbangers every now and then.
Right. Your next option is jazz. So like Frank
Ooh,
Sinatra, Dean Martin, the Rat Pack, those guys.
man, I'm gonna go 4 because I'm not always in the mood for it. But I mean,
Right.
you can't beat them, but 4. We'll go 4. I'm holding out for number 1. I'm assuming
And
I have
then
an idea of what it is.
what do you think it is?
Knowing you, it's probably country or something
Yeah.
because you're a country boy. I'll take that at 1. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
That's
that probably shakes out pretty good.
fine. I mean, I would have included classical music, but that's
See,
just
and
me.
I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know how big of a jazz fan he is. So I'll just kind of throw that in there to kind of take you around the bend.
Yeah,
But
I like
now
jazz.
yeah,
Do you like
these next,
jazz?
you like jazz. That's a great movie.
Dude, I love
No,
that movie so
if
much.
nobody's seen that movie, you need to go watch it. It's the B movie.
I was gonna say, if you don't know what we're talking about, clearly you're not a fan.
Yeah, clearly you don't know what we're talking about.
No.
Now, these next couple of categories, I think, are going to be super hard for you
Mm,
because I don't know what your preferences are on these, but I know they're going to be difficult for you to make final decisions.
crap. Okay.
So, this one, Marvel movies.
Okay. Okay.
Your first option, Guardians of the Galaxy. Not all of them, all three of them. Just kind of as a
As a
what's it
whole,
called? As a whole.
like a trilogy.
Yeah, the
So
trilogy as a whole.
I'm gonna go
I
3 just to be
right.
safe. I feel like that's what all these videos I've seen on TikTok. Everyone goes, "Oh, I'm gonna do 3 first,"
Yeah.
but man, it makes the most sense.
Well, because then if there's something worse than it, then you got space below. If
Hmm.
not, I mean, unless
Yeah,
it's something really good that
it's like
like, oh no, I absolutely love that. That's
right,
gonna be one. Or it's
like the
like
Honda
this is
Civic. That's
awful.
that's a five,
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously.
Okay.
Second one, Ant-Man. And again, as a whole,
As a whole, ooh, I enjoyed the first one. The
first one's pretty
second
good.
one was a little shaky for me, and I haven't seen the third one yet. But there's some that I just don't I like less because Paul Rudd does a phenomenal job and it's funny. So I'm gonna go four.
Four.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
four.
Next one, Thor. And again, as a whole.
Mm. I'm gonna go two because the third one really is just it's too good to put at five.
Oh yeah.
The second one gets a lot of hate, and I can kind of see why. Although I think it's got some good points. Number four, like I can see why it got hate because it was kind of quirky and was a little weird. But
Hmm.
I went before I saw it. I like saw all these reviews and saw that the reason why it was the way it was because it's told from Korg's perspective. And so going into the movie
Gotcha.
without seeing it prior with that mindset, I was like, okay, I can see why. I appreciate what they're doing. Do I wish they release a serious version? Absolutely. I think that'd be great because Taika Waititi is amazing. And then the first
Hmm.
one, I don't mind the first one. I think it's fine, but I'm gonna go two.
First one is pretty good.
Yep.
All right, your next one. And again, this is kind of another series. Man, I chose all series on this one. I didn't realize that
Right.
I did that until just now.
Right.
Anyways, is Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna go five. I'm gonna go five. The
Five.
first one, the first one was really good. I enjoyed it. It was kind of mind melting, but I haven't seen the second one, not all the way through, and I've just heard
This
some interesting
second
stuff
one's
about it.
interesting. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like it takes a minute to like understand what's going on and kind of
Right.
like it totally fits the Doctor Strange like feel to it, but the first one's so much better than the second one.
Okay.
At least my opinion. I'm no
Right.
expert, but and
All right.
then
Don't
I
don't
think
do me dirty. Don't do me dirty.
this one's not going to do you dirty at all.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Iron Man.
Oh, number one.
Uh, yeah.
I mean, that's the last one I had. That
Yeah.
Iron Man one is my favorite Marvel movie.
You cannot beat that one. The second one's decent, but you cannot beat the first one.
Hmm. I can see where because people hate like the rest of it. I can
Yeah.
see why because there are times where it's like it's not as good as the first one, but it's better than a lot of the other ones,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it. I appreciate what they're going through. But number one,
Yeah.
you can't beat it. It's the start to the everything. It was
Have you
so
seen those things on like social media and stuff where it's like how Endgame should have ended?
yeah.
Where it's
I
like right
love
as he
those
snaps, it
videos.
should cut back to the first Iron Man after he got captured.
Hmm.
Like that would have been so good. I mean, the way it ended, I feel like was pretty good. But
Hmm. I've seen some where it's like at the end of Endgame when like it snaps or whatever, everything goes crazy. It like flips back to Doctor Strange in Infinity War when he's going through the different
oh
times and he falls and he's like,
yeah,
"Ugh," and that's like what happens or whatever, and it
right,
shoots back to there, and it's like, whoa. So
yeah, that would have been pretty good too.
yeah,
Well, let us know in the comments what you guys think how that movie should have ended, or what your thoughts are on some of
mhm.
these rankings that we've done, or what you would have ranked these. I think we got time for a couple more. So
All right,
this next one's gonna be hard for you. I feel
crap. Okay,
like it's either really gonna screw with you or it's gonna be okay. We'll
mm,
see.
okay,
Disney movies. So same track as
okay,
Marvel. We'll go Disney
okay,
movies.
okay, okay,
First choice, and I'm gonna kind of be specific on this one,
okay.
is Alice in Wonderland, and it's the Johnny Depp one, the first one.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah. So not the cartoon version, but the Johnny Depp
Hmm.
version.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go three because
Three,
it's interesting, but it's not my favorite. So I'm gonna go three.
right? Second choice, Mary Poppins.
Which one? Like the old,
The
like the original one? Because I know there's a new
yes,
one. Okay, the
Yeah,
original one.
the original one. I didn't know there was a new
Shoot.
one.
Yeah, it's got Emily Blunt in it.
Oh,
It's okay. And then they're
I had
saving
no
Mr.
idea.
Banks, which is about the origin of
Oh,
it. That's a
uh,
good one. I like that
that
one.
that is a very good movie. But this one, I'm talking about the original Mary
Okay,
Poppins
two. I'm gonna go two. That's a safe
2.
bet. It's a classic.
Okay. Your third option, Fox and the Hound
Four.
4. Okay. Toy Story. And this one, I'm probably going to just do the first one. Just say the
First one.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, this is Pixar, not Disney, but well,
Disney owns Pixar, so
that's true. This is true. This is true. But different studios. The first one, shoot, I'm gonna have to put it at number one.
one.
I'm gonna have to. I mean, I grew up with Woody and Buzz,
Oh yeah.
like toys. So,
That and Cars.
mhm.
Those are, and you might hate yourself for this one, but your last choice,
Crap.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh man, you did all. Which one?
I was just with these ones. I was just gonna do like the first movie.
The
So,
first one? No.
so the
I
best one of the
love that
Pirates movie,
movie. I
you ended up
love
with that
that
one at
movie. It's
5.
literally like one of my favorite live action Disney movies. So, because whenever people ask, "What's your favorite movie?" I'm like, "There's too many to choose from." And so when they narrow it down, it's like, "Let's do Disney." It's like, okay, you got to narrow it down further for me.
Yeah,
So I do like where I break it up is like 2000, pre 2000, and everything after, and I break it up into like animated and live action, and that's kind of how I've like, well, before 2000, my favorite,
yeah.
live action was Swiss Family Robinson, the 1960 version, you know, but yeah,
Anyways,
darn, I love Pirates. It's such a good one.
it's such a classic.
Mhm.
Let's wrap it up with one more.
Okay,
Maybe I'll jump to this one. Let's jump to this one.
all right.
So it's photography shots.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
So the first
Real
one
fast though,
is land.
do you know what any of them are? Like when you were making
What?
this list, did you like, oh, I don't know what that is, but you put it on or
Well, no. So I couldn't like think of them off the top of my head, so I had to like
okay,
look it up, and then I
okay,
started seeing them. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Yo, yeah, that's I should have looked that up first and should have known
okay,
that. So like this
okay.
first one, landscapes.
Landscapes number one. Those are my favorite to shoot. Is landscapes.
And those are one of my favorites to look at too,
Mm-hmm.
like by far. Second one,
Yeah,
wildlife.
two. We'll throw that at two. I like it too.
And then action shots. So like sporting events and stuff like that, like those types of action shots.
I haven't done too much, but I'm just gonna say three.
3.
Okay.
And then the next one is like silhouettes.
Oh, let's go five. I
5.
think they're cool, but sometimes a little overused, a little cliche, I guess.
Well,
I do
especially
think though they have
nowadays.
their yeah. I think they have a place. I do think that they are cool, but at the same time, like,
Yeah. And then that leaves still life shots at 4.
all right, I'll take it.
Which, like that's a pretty good list. I kind of figured those would be how that would play out, but
Yeah, I don't like
I
people or portraits or weddings. It's just weddings are too
it's too much
stressful.
work.
Like I'll do them because you can get paid really well. But just landscapes and nature and like wildlife are so much better because I don't have to like pose anything because I'm
Right.
super awkward with it and I don't like doing it. But it's like, well, here's a beautiful landscape with whatever. It's like, cool. Can't take a bad shot. Let's go. But
Yeah. Well, that's all the ones we got prepared for now. Thank you guys for watching. Give us some feedback on what you guys think of this one. We're thinking about maybe doing a part 2. So if you want a part 2, comment on anything wherever you're listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Let us know what you think. And part
Comment your
two,
lists too.
yep, part two will probably be coming pretty soon. So let us know what you think. Well, catch you guys next week. Adios.
Bye.